Hello. This is another topic that, well, I guess they all mean so much to me because I worry so much about us, you, me, all of the people that get involved with these people. But this one, I worry about so much because we very often, many times, the victim will carry forward a sense of it was their fault. It was their fault that the narcissist behaved a certain way, or if I didn't do this, maybe he wouldn't have done that. Or, and again, that's my pronoun is he. Yours could be she, they. I don't. That's a personal thing. But my pronoun is he. I've explained that before. So, and they'll try that too. They'll prey on that if they see that you're the type to take a blame or to feel responsible or to wonder if you did something to make them cause it. They're gonna take that and run with it. And they're going to feed that insecurity that you may be carrying, that you did something wrong. They're going to add to it and make you feel like you did something wrong, right? They're absolutely going to say, well, you did this, so I did that. Well, you did that. Well, you did it. You know what I mean? Does that sound familiar? That tone that they get. Okay, I don't walk around doing things to hurt people. I'm sure, and I'd like to think you don't either. So I'm not saying that we can't go through life and people do things that might step on each other's toes, and that's where a normal, not by normal, I mean non-disordered person would say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that. That wasn't my intention, I'm sorry, I'm genuine, that wasn't how I meant that, that's not what I meant by that, okay? Narcissist doesn't have that capability. I don't want you going through life thinking for 1 millisecond, that you did something to cause the treatment you're getting from this narcissist. The narcissist person lacks impulse control, okay? They're like a child. And the research will tell you that they have the emotional development and maturity of a toddler, which is when they were broken, that's where it stopped. Like arrested development, it stopped. They have the emotional availability and the emotional capabilities of a toddler. Zero impulse control. They want something, they're going to take it. They have no regard for the rules, the regulations, what's proper, what isn't. They have no impulse, and they never will have impulse control. That has nothing to do with you. That's long before you. Has zero to do with you. So how could it be anything that you did? Oh, but Renee, the other day you have to see that this isn't a day-to-day thing with them. This is a disorder that they've had their whole life. Do you know what I'm saying? This isn't behavior they're exhibiting. This is who they are. The disorder is the fabric of their being. You follow what I'm saying? It's not that they're behaving a certain way, but they were fine before and they'll be fine again, and it's something you did that made them this way. They'll try that. Oh, yeah. They'll try to blame you. They'll shift blame. They'll try to say that you did something. Absolutely. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. No way. They are disordered. It is nothing you did. And you know what? Your life isn't theirs. You have the possibility of having a non-disordered life. They do not. And that would prove to you. If you did get out, in other words, or say you're in it, but you figured out a way to run your life, that you're in the happiest place you can be, that's your proof that you did nothing. You have the ability in your non-disordered mind to have a very happy, fulfilling life. That shows you right there it's not you. The blame is not on you. You are not responsible for what they did. The grandiose nature that they have about themselves opinion about themselves, that guides them to behave any way they want. It guides them to feel entitled to behave any way that they want. Don't fall for them trying to shift blame, and remember that it is their disorder that guides them. It is nothing you do. And that is another thing that makes me extremely concerned for our psyche going forward, because you see many people with people like this for years, and they're very downtrodden, and they're very sullen, and the victims, they go through life like that because they get beaten down so much psychologically that they end up thinking everything is their fault. They end up thinking they did something to warrant this. They end up feeling lucky to have the person. That's a brilliant narcissist who makes you feel lucky to have them, let alone you not feel responsible for their behavior. They make you feel lucky to have them and their behavior. You didn't do anything. There's nothing that you could have done to prevent it. There's nothing you can do to fix it. There's nothing you did to make it be brought upon you. They will do it to the next person, and they did it to the last person, and they're doing it to every person in between. They have a cycle, and their disorder guides them. They have no choice, by the way. They're a victim of their own disorder. They have zero choice of their behavior. Do you know that? Yeah. Even if say one day miraculously, one of my arguments got through to my narcissist, and he would act like they do. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Blah, blah. The next day, he would misbehave. He's guided by his disorder. Things could be perfect. Things could be patched up. You might have had the most constructive conversation you think you've ever had, and you feel like you got through to the narcissist, and this is going to be it, and they changed, and I got through to them. Just wait, because you know why? They'll do something else. Nothing to do with you. I can't say it enough times because I want to make sure that you understand that. Are you hearing me? Especially those of you who are feeling so down you can't even see the light. Look at me. Look at me. Wake up. It's not you. You didn't do anything. You are as innocent in this, and I don't care how crazy you got like the last video. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You didn't do anything to deserve this treatment. Nobody does. It's a calculated, manipulated way that they go through life. Who does anything to deserve that? And who signs up for that? Nobody wants that. You don't want that. You didn't sign up for it. You didn't expect it. You didn't see it coming. How could you be to blame for it? You didn't do anything. The narcissist will try to make you feel that way. And they will absolutely, at every opportunity, try to make you feel that way. They like you to feel that way. It works for them. If you feel downtrodden and a little bit to blame or a little complicit or, you know what I mean? They love that. That makes their job a lot easier to meander through. I did this because you did that. And you believe them. You believe them. Over the course of time, you're taught that enough times, you're told that enough times, sure you're going to take that on. That's why I'm trying to snap you out of it. No, you didn't. No. And whenever you turn this video on, no, you didn't. Sorry, narcissist, can you hear me yelling from the other room? She didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything. It is your disorder that made you behave this way. Own it. They won't. Take responsibility. They can't. Take some blame. No way. Has nothing to do with you. You could be perfection. They're still going to behave in their disordered fashion because their disorder dictates their behavior. Not you, not their partner, not their next partner, not their previous partner, not their job going wrong, not the bad day they had, not the fight they had with a sibling, the fight they had with their mother. They wrecked the car, so they're in a bad mood, or you cooked dinner, you burned the roast. I don't care what happens. Nobody did anything to deserve their behavior. It is an isolated place where they live. They're on an island, well, maybe I guess with the other narcissists. That'd be great if we could put them all on an island. But they're on an island, they're isolated. It's their own tank of dysfunction. Nobody outside the narcissist did anything to deserve the treatment the narcissist is putting upon you now. They don't happen in their 20s and 30s. It happened long ago, long before you met them. A long time ago. You weren't even involved with them when they were 5, were you? No. That's where the disorder clicked in, or whatever in childhood. Did you hear me? I mean it. I hear a lot of people, they feel such blame and they feel like they can't move on, and maybe if I just did this, or maybe if I didn't do that, or maybe he doesn't like when I do this and I did keep doing that. I really did keep doing that. I heard somebody say that. I nearly passed out. A friend of mine. I grabbed her arm. I said, "Did you just hear yourself? Did you just hear yourself?" I know what you said, but still, I mean, if I just didn't, then he wouldn't have gotten so mad. Oh my God. As a human being, you have a right to have dissension or an opinion or an off day. That's where you want your partner to be the strongest and hold you up. That's when you want your loved ones to comfort you. That's when you need, your friendships and your people. You're not a robot. We're all human beings. We're not infallible. We have bad days, we have good days, we have bad moods, we have good moods. I'm not saying anyone's perfect all the time. So even if you did have 8 bad days in a row, isn't your partner supposed to hold you up and guide you through those times? The narcissist can't do that. That would be giving of themselves and supporting you. They're incapable of that. And they're going to get a little aggravated that it's not about them. If you had like a trauma that lasted 8 days and you needed that, now where's their moment? They need everything to be about them all the time. So even if you were going through something and they feign support, they'll get tired of that. They'll get tired of that. But there's nothing wrong with you. You didn't do anything to deserve. Their behavior is deplorable. It's unacceptable behavior. And what could any one person do to warrant having that kind of thing inflicted upon them? Nothing I can think of, and nothing you've done, I promise you. So please, if you are in that state of mind right now, wake up. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. I don't care if you were a lunatic like the last video. It doesn't warrant ill behavior. It might warrant them to tell you to calm down. You should probably tell yourself to calm down. And that's something that gets you even angrier, isn't it? Calm down. That makes us go crazier. So that's a whole other thing. But it doesn't warrant the behavior that they're putting upon you from the beginning. Like, that is not your fault. You didn't do anything. We have to be easier on ourselves. I hear people say it, and it disheartens me even for a millisecond for someone to think that they might have done something to make them. And like, you end up walking on eggshells around your narcissist so as to don't upset the narcissist. Don't wake the beast. Oh, we can't upset the narcissist. The narcissist is sleeping. The narcissist is reading. The narcissist is working. The narcissist... Oh, please. You should be able to do whatever you want in your home and in your life with freedom, without repercussions from some beast that might wake up and have a fit because he's in the mood to do that. That's not you. That's their dysfunction that guides that behavior. Do you follow what I'm saying? There's no way on earth that we can be responsible for another grown person's behavior. They're an adult, right? Their guiding system is that they have no guiding system for their behavior. But they're an adult. They're responsible for their own behavior. I don't even care what happened to them in childhood. They're not responsible for what happened to them in childhood, but they damn sure are responsible for the decisions that they make in life. So even if, the way I see it too with this darn disorder, even if they can't stop their behavior, you would think they could see what's normal and what isn't, like just going by life and looking at other people. They've got to know deep down inside it's them. But they would never take the blame, so they won't see that. But they've got to have moments where they feel, I think they feel off, and I've read that too. They don't quite fit into the world. They don't have a place. They feel not really in alignment. They feel slightly outside the realm of any particular group of people, or they never can quite connect. That makes you feel outside because they can't even describe their own behavior. But they will make you think it's you, and don't you dare fall for it for one bloody second. No way.